Boom.
When last we met on the campaign, we were faced by the Wraith that had previously done us great harm. The Wraith appeared in front of Sophie and Derek, and they learned the following. 1. It's a Wraith. The Wraith was surprised to hear that the green flame skull was still around. He says that we bound many creatures in our service as defenders of the mines. He talks about how the Wraith appeared in front of Sophie and Derek. I'm getting an echo off myself. 1. It's a Wraith. Everybody mute up. Green flame skull was still around. He says that we bound many creatures in our service as defenders of the mines.
It was the boss. I think it's doing that thing again. We probably need to jump out and jump back in.
Shall we start over?
I really think we're going to have to. I had to mute him to make it. I mean, we can try it. It can unmute yourself and see if it keeps doing that thing. He doesn't even know that we're talking to him, apparently.
I don't know. I'm trying. I think I know what. I think I fixed it. Carry on for a few minutes.
Okay.
I think it should be done. It should be fixed.
The Wraith told us that they came in overwhelming numbers, and we tried to resist, but to no avail. They did not get his treasures. There were legions of orcs, giants, shamans, and wizards. He appears to be a human figure. He speaks of powering creations for those who commission their work. He was surprised to hear that the green flame skull was still around. He tells us that they bound many creatures in service as defense of the mines. And that's when Derek learns that the ghost is a Wraith. The Wraith goes on and says, those outside, one of them is most foolish. Perhaps we could help each other. Not all of our servants are still functioning properly. Go to the building behind my quarters. There's a creature there that resides. I will give you all but my greatest treasure if you dispatch that creature, he tells us. Sophie explains that we're here to retrieve our kidnapped friend, but the Wraith doesn't care. We ultimately learn that he lets on that Bothvik is the foolish one, not Hucklevis, and that Hucklevis is the unintelligent one. But we must leave Guthrag with the Wraith when we go on this. Ultimately, we get a long rest. We learn that Mormisk is the Wraith's name, and he tells someone to belay your orders for the next hour. 8 hours. Hucklevis steals pain. Derek has a lucid dream and recalls seeing Mormisk attention briefly taken by something out in the bigger room. Let's see. That winds up being two things. One where pain was turned into a different weapon, and the other is the fact that there's a flaming skull back again. It ignores us as we walk up to a building and see a bunch of skeletons around the room, around the door, that Bothvik ultimately just pushes out of the way. We hear a colossal boom. It's really loud, and we think it's coming from the passage immediately to the northeast. Bothvik breaks open the door. It swings open, and the door swings open, revealing a large ruined workshop. Skipping. There's a creature behind a pedestal and brazier that appear undamaged, unlike everything else in the room. There's a creature with 4 eye stalks floating there. He speaks to us in our heads, and greets us by name. It welcomes us to the Forge of Stone. I think I wrote that wrong. And while he says he has no name, Huck names him Fred. Fred's been here a long time, as long as things have been functioning. He was summoned by Andromedus. He should just be around here. He's a human, red-haired, hooked beard. Perhaps he's over in the smelting room. Just yesterday, someone installed the flaming skull. We come to realize that Fred, who appears to be a green beholder with 4 eye stalks, does not believe that time has passed on. He doesn't believe that there's any damage that's occurred in this room, nor in the mine. It thinks, I believe this is Bothvik's words, it thinks that the mine is still working. It's a beholder, quite hard to deal with. It has no concept of time or what occurred outside that room. Derek walks in, tries to convince the creature that time had passed. Bothvik goes to talk to Mormisk. He tells the Wraith that the creature is delusional. The Wraith suggests that one that thinks with its brain, not its fists, might do better. Bothvik returns, is greeted by the creature. Hucklevis runs in and out and is welcomed by Fred each time. he tries to convince the creature that he's been here a long time and that the mine is no longer functioning, i.e. repeating what was already done previously. Fred identifies pain now as a spectral weapon, and then he suggests we should go see the clerics to see if there's something wrong with us. He also intimates that the only reason someone would dislike him is if there's something they want to take from this room. And that's where our session ended.
So the players, not the characters, can now see this room many years ago when it's fully functioning. You see gnomes, dwarves, humans scurrying back and forth, carrying exquisitely made items, placing them in various chests and drawers and shelves. You see two tall humans bickering. Andromedus, I tell you, this is not enough. Your guardian guarding one room is foolish, and only you having control of him. How is that going to help? If we're invaded, sure, it will defend this one room, but that won't stop an invasion. Come now, Mormesk. You know that what we keep in this room is the most valuable thing here, and if we can't defeat whatever straggles along, and surely, I mean, the fortification to the main gate, we've got the guard towers, we've got all of this magical power. I mean, that ought to be more than enough. I have no doubt. I'm more concerned with some infiltrator, someone from the inside coming in, attempting to take something from this room. Mormesk just, the one that was called Mormesk, just looks at him and shakes his head as it fades to gray and then to black. And now you're in reality, real time.
We're still standing in the room with the green four-stalked beholder in front of us.
Correct.
Hunkovus is going to say, "My friends, wait here. I have an idea." And he's going to run out of the room.
Okay.
He's going to run to the other room to see if he can see the wraith.
Yes.
He's not going to step in to that room, but he's going to look and he's going to say, Mormesk, I have a question for you. Do you remember a fellow? You might have known him in a previous life? Question mark. Andromedus. Was he an acquaintance of yours?
He was a fool.
Fools.
Yes.
It's hard to suffer a fool, isn't it? Suffering the fools is the worst. I understand. So you knew him in life. Tell me something. Do you have anything here reminiscent of him, or that was better? Something that was his that you could just lend me for a moment? I'll bring it back. Whatever it is, I don't care. I'll bring it back to you.
It has been some time. Let me think. If I have anything left of that fool.
Yeah, do so. I understand he had red hair.
He as much as a wraith can, he kind of looks at like he's trying to remember. Yes, I think you're right. And he floats over to like a wardrobe, and he points at it. He says, perhaps one of his robes has somewhat survived. It would be in there.
Well, tell me, my large and scary spectral fellow, if I walk into here and opens that cabinet, are you going to be cross with me, poor Hucklefish?
No problem with you coming in.
Well, you see, that's very interesting because my acquaintance in the other room, he came in and you made hash of him and my little Gus Rag. Is my little Gus Rag here?
Were you watching? Did you see what transpired?
I think
Tell
so.
me what happened when your
Oh,
friends came in to my abode.
actually, my character was out of the room. He didn't see this. I know it. My character doesn't.
Right.
So,
So you
no, I'm sorry. I didn't see what happened. I just heard that you attacked them. They said that they walked in and you went all willy-nilly and nearly killed them all. So I'm a little scared right now.
you may want to ask them to clarify their story.
Oh, do tell.
Hmm?
No,
Not
I'll
I.
ask him. That's fine.
It
That's
was not
fine.
I that was aggressive.
It was not you that what?
Was aggressive.
Oh, dear. So you and me then, we're pals, yeah?
I would not say that, but you
Oh.
may enter safely.
I can come in and open that cabinet. I go in tentatively, and I'm kind of looking at him like, I'm going to die any minute now. And I open that cabinet. What do I see?
You see, there are, obviously some very ratty, very, just very, very old robes in there. You see one that it's probably 50% um, remaining and tattered and just. But uh, that's the most intact thing you can see.
Carefully, Huckervis lifts it up and says, "Now, Mormus is a big scary ghosty thing. Was this one of his? Would he have worn this?"
Ah, yes, I believe that was his daily attire.
Interesting. Is there a particular part of it that marks it as his? I mean, is there a crest somewhere? Is there a badge? Is there like a shiny tin star on it?
No, none of the above. It's just a pretty plain looking, kind of a beige robe.
All right. If you want to catch up on what's going on in the other room, I can take a break or I can keep going. It's up to you, Mr. DM.
Are you guys doing anything in the other room, or are you waiting for Huck to get back?
I'm being patient for the first time in my
Yeah,
life.
Huck told us to wait, so we're waiting.
All right, so
I'm
Why
going-
would any of you listen to that idiot?
I was gonna say I'm not waiting.
Quick interjection here. Did Guthrag hear that whole conversation between?
yes.
Guthrag's in the building with the wraith.
Yes.
Am I like conscious?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You
Sorry,
were
I could have
there.
jumped
I
in
don't.
right there.
He hasn't harmed you in any way.
He said you were the something one, and you had to stay with him while we went and saw the beholder. Or we didn't know it was a beholder, obviously. We saw the other thing. But I do want to ask the beholder a couple of questions, but it'll be quick so you can get back to Huckabus.
Okay.
Please, Fred, as my dear friend has christened you, tell me about the place where you came from. Tell me about your home plane, where you used to live.
What would you like to know?
Did you like it there?
Oh yes, very much so.
Do you miss it?
Oh yes. It's been quite some time since I was there. Probably several months.
I'm sure it's been a very long several months to you. And would you like to?
I miss my My mate.
Your mate. You have a loved one.
Yes.
That you're here. If we could help you figure out a way to go home, to leave this place, it sounds like that's what you'd like to do.
I would, but my duty comes first.
But if we could figure out a way that your duty, you no longer had that duty, you'd be free to go home.
This is true.
What would you need? What would be proof that your duty was over? What can we do to help you?
I don't understand your question. It is
If
not my place to say when my duty is done. It is either done or it is not. It will be known when it is done.
But how will you know when it is done?
I simply don't. I mean, there's no.
You simply know because
It is done.
if the person who called you here, if that person was to die, would your duty be done then?
It depends on the duty. My duty is to protect this place.
So how would that duty be finished?
I'm gonna step aside.
Okay.
Where you're going and what you're trying to do, but I'm going to tell you that you're not going to be able. He cannot answer the questions. You're
Okay.
trying to.
That's okay.
I just didn't want to.
Thank you.
Could have played around that for a while, but it would have just gotten frustrating for you, I think.
Okay. Then Sophie will keep asking similar questions, but you can go back to Huckabus so that.
So Huckabus, about this time you realize that Guthrag is like over snoozing in a corner.
He's asleep?
Yep.
I say, Mormick, did you charm my friend? He looks like he's sleeping very soundly.
I have done nothing.
I'm going to wake, all right?
Very. That's fine.
He goes over and gently shakes him awake.
All right.
How's Guthrag? We've missed you. I'm glad to see you again. Look, I've got to tell you something. I stole pain back. It's my pain now. Look, it's all bright and shiny.
And he'll kind of, Guthrag will wipe the sleep away from his eyes a bit and, roll his shoulders a bit and then kind of focus on pain.
So I know it's scary, isn't it? You missed out. We've been talking with a beholder. He's very scary. He's
With
a big
what?
beholder, right? Is that right, Mr. Gray? He's a beholder, isn't he?
I'm not certain exactly what he is.
Oh, I'm not either. I was just told that's what it was. Guthrag, look, the beholder told me what this is. Do you know what the
Spectral?
weapon is, Guthrag?
No, I'm not familiar. And is this a dream? Or did you just
Yes,
say that
you're
we're dealing with
dreaming.
a beholder now?
You're dreaming. Go back to sleep now.
Both
I'll
of
see you in
you
a second.
roll me a perception check.
All right.
Are you displaying pain?
What's that?
Are you displaying pain?
Oh, yeah.
It's a 21. I use all my good rolls on perception checks, I've noticed.
Huck,
Yeah.
what'd you get?
Oh, I didn't roll a perception. I'm sorry. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Plus what? 2. Whoop chow. 21.
Hey, twinning.
You both see Mormesk visibly kind of drift away from Huckabus.
Ah.
Does he look as if he's uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Well, Huckabus is going to put it behind his back and say, "Oh, sorry. Is this a problem?"
Don't you have something you should be doing?
Yeah, I do. Does Gustrag need to wait here?
If you need him, he may go.
Gustrag, do you want to meet the beholder?
Guthrag sighs whenever he says he's allowed to go, and then whenever Huck asks him if he wants to meet the beholder, his breath goes right back in. And he goes, sure.
Oh, great, let's go.
That sounds
Okay,
like a fun time.
see you soon, Mormisk. As soon as we're out of earshot, actually, Huckifus is going to try and drag Guthrag even further away from both of those buildings, so he can hopefully have a private conversation with Guthrag. He's going to, when he gets a little ways away, he's going to say,
To do that, hang on. To do that, you would need to go back down towards the barricades.
shit. Which means I'd be going towards the Flaming Skull.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So there's
Right
about a 40-foot ramp area there that not too close to your buddy.
Okay, you know, we're just going to go a little ways away. We're going to go a little ways down there, and I'm going to say, hey, Fred, can you hear me?
Yes.
You're not Fred.
Oh, Fred. I think
Yeah,
it's a
no.
friend with an
No,
S.
no. Guthrag, you are my friend, but you can hear me. I'm wondering, Fred, and Huckifus, like, smacks his horn. Can you hear me?
which one do you smack?
The one with the mithril ring?
Okay. You smack the horn, and a trail of this green, flamey, misty stuff
Mm-hmm.
kind of swoops down and encircles that horn.
Mm-hmm.
And the runes on your mithril horn ring become green,
Mm-hmm.
but you get no response.
Well, I wouldn't see that. Guthrag would.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Would Guthrag... Yeah, Guthrag would probably notice, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It's like a green, fiery mist swirls. You see that part, Huck. A
Right.
green fiery mist comes through your head, and then Guthrag, you see it swirl around that one horn, and it's like the runes that were in that band are now glowing greenish.
Were they visible beforehand?
You saw them in the memorial.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But-
Okay, so it's not like they were just revealed. They were there.
Right.
Okay, cool. So
So
Guthrag.
Guthrag would see the runes start to glow, and he would, sort of point up and just kind of motion towards the circlet.
Yes, well, it's doing its job. That's great. Listen, we have to play a game now, Mr. Guthrag, my dear friend. We've been together. Look, there's a beholder in that other room, and I'm going to convince him that you and I just had a conversation with his master. You have to go along with it. Can you do that?
Yeah, sure. But what
Can you just nod your head up and down and say yes a lot?
Sure, I can do that.
Oh, that's wonderful. And when we get out of this, you and I are going to get absolutely piss drunk.
Oh, might take a lot more than you think to get me drunk.
I don't care. I'll match you. I'll drink everything that you drink. Well, I won't drink everything that you drink because you're going to drink that, so that's very confusing. If I drink what you drink, how will you drink anything? That's very serious. Look, I have this robe, and he brandishes this robe. He says, I'm going to tell him that his master said he can go home now, and he gave me this robe as proof. Do you think this will work? Come on, remember Agatha?
Well, I mean, I've never dealt with a beholder before, but
We never dealt with a bloody banshee before, either, now did we?
well, I mean, I wasn't there for that.
Yes, you were.
I wasn't.
Oh, shit, sorry.
But I mean,
But let me tell you, that was legendary. Aranis would still be talking about it if he was still alive. So would... Oh dear, everyone's dead but me. Oh dear.
and Guthrag would,
Hucklevis doesn't feel very good about this plan suddenly.
Well, I mean, it's better than fighting it, that's for sure.
Let's try it. Are you game?
Yeah, sure.
I once talked our way past the Banshee. Maybe I can do it again.
Oh, I'll help you out.
Well, let's go. Ken, you just heard the plan. Huckabus is going to, like, not run, but rush, keeping in mind that a dwarf is following him, back to the room. What's going on in the room?
You see, Bothric and Derek, their eyes are glazed over
Whoa.
as Sophie is incessantly berating this poor creature, but it is surprisingly patient and accommodating.
Finally, somebody who's patient and accommodating.
Never happens.
I know.
Welcome, Huckabus.
Thank you. I'm muted. I'm not muted. Thank you, Fred. Have you met my friend Guthrag?
Welcome, Guthrag.
Guthrag and I were just out for a stroll in the lovely, lovely mine. It's very nice out there. A bit of a mess in some places, but we were mistaken. There's still people working, and we met with your friend and... not your friend. You said you weren't necessarily friends. Fred, I hope that you and I are friends, and I can call on you in the future, and we will drink tea and cakes and have some beers together. Have you ever had a lovely ale?
Guthrie will just violently shake his head up and down that whole time.
Per instruction. Very good. I have not.
Oh, you should come with me to an inn some point. But listen, I just need to tell. Look, your summoner. He gave me his cloakia. He said that it's time for you to go home. Everything's good here. He's got it all under control.
Yep.
Yup. Nice.
So, Andromedus has released me from my service.
Yes, he said you did a great job, and that he wants you to go home. He wants you to go home and be well with yourself.
Yep.
And someday invite all of us to, what was it, your home of blah, 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 because that sounds wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, he told me about his mate. You could go and it's going to be able to go see, you're going to be able to see your mate. Oh, I'm just so happy for you.
Huckabus coldly stares at Sophie as if to say, what? Why are you interfering with my con?
She
Because he doesn't know about the mate. He doesn't know
Yes.
about that at all. He thinks that you're just like
yes.
randomly adding to the lies.
What exactly did he say?
What exactly did Andromedus say?
Yes, please.
He said,
No. He said that the mines are well protected now, that you've done your job brilliantly, and he has all this under control now. He's not worried about any incursions. He's not worried about any internal mysteries. He's very confident that everything's under control.
oh, for sure.
Why is he not here?
Well, he had other duties he had to attend to. He's taking care of security of this entire little area right now. So you might imagine he's a busy man, and he gave me his robe so that you would believe him.
If he is that busy, why would he release me?
Well, because he's got other plans.
Mm-hmm.
Is this true? You hear in your head, Guthrag?
Guthrag would nod his head violently.
I heard those dice.
What's that?
Everybody dies.
I do so wish to go home. It has been so many months.
Go see your loved ones. It's time.
But I must fulfill my duty.
You did. Your duties are fulfilled.
All right. I want Huckleberry to give me a deception check,
Yes, sir.
and I want Guthrag to give me a deception check at advantage.
All right.
Ooh. Oh boy. Oh man, I'm so terrified to roll right now because I have -1. Oh god.
16 plus 8.
Oh,
24.
I got a 9.
With advantage, you fucking.
Yeah. I rolled a 1 and a 10.
Keep us waiting, Ken. Keep us waiting.
God.
That's good.
Oh, please.
He just blinks at you for a few moments. Very well. You must give me your word. If this proves to be an issue, you will send for me.
I will send for you, what?
Of course he'll send for you. Won't you, Huckabus? If this proves to be an issue, that the mine needs security again for the ongoing, if the ongoing mine needs security to help in its ongoing.
Wait. No, wait. How would I... Fred! Fred, my friend. Can I call you my friend, Fred? Fred, how would I send for you? I don't know how to do that.
If you are responsible for releasing me, then surely you can figure out how to send for me if I am needed.
You have my word.
I'm sure Andromedus can help you.
As a tiefling and a gentleman, that if I have need of you to protect these places, I will call to you with every fiber of my being. And with that, he's going to make his eyes go spinny,
All right.
and hoping that adds to the flavor.
And then Guthrag will observe Huckleberry making his eyes spinny, and then he'll do the same, but much more awkward.
I have an actual spell that makes my eyes spinny. I don't know about
I
you.
have thaumaturgy.
Oh, okay. We're thaumaturgy bros. High five.
All right. Farewell, friends. Poof.
Oh my goodness!
Huckleberry
How did you find him, Huck?
Huckleberry walks up to the Brazier of Worlds and sticks his hand in it.
Okay. Take 6 points of flame damage.
He does so, and he laughs maniacally and yells out, "Agatha! Agatha! Ha 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 ha!" Because that was his last big triumph he feels. And he enjoys those 6 points of pain, and then slowly puts his head back down and looks at everybody at the room and says, "Well, now what the hell do we do?"
Go tell your buddy that we just won, I think.
Well, let's search this room first and see what he's so excited about.
Huck,
Maybe you
I'm staring at Huck like, Huck, I am so impressed.
Huckleberry sees that. He strides over to the room. He grabs Sophie, and in that classic World War II, they're coming home pose, dips her to the ground and smooches the hell out of her.
Oh my! Oh my!
Then he drops her on the floor and walks away. No. No. Just, it's a very polite, gentlemanly dip and smooch and pull back up and let's touch the room now, friends. Surely there's something exciting that big scary ghost doesn't want. By the way, that big scary ghost is really afraid of this, and he pulls out the spiritual weapon and says, "It was scared of this."
Yeah, there's one problem.
Oh, what's that?
I'm pretty sure that we just handed this whole thing over to the wrong guy.
I don't care. That's why we need to loot this room and get the hell out of here. Look, he promised us that if we took care of that, we could go.
That's great.
All I care about is getting out of here.
That's great and all. But now we have big scary wraith dude over in the other room.
Who is afraid of my weapon? My mighty, mighty weapon. And now my burned hand.
I get a feeling we're going to have to take that dude down before we get out of here.
That's good. He's afraid of my weapon. You should find out a way to make your weapon do this. And he kind of waves it towards you. Nah.
Now, for anybody who had not noticed it before, as Huckabus is brandishing Pain, you all pretty quickly come to the realization that Pain looks exactly like the fire in the brazier. And those who have not seen Huckabus for a while also notice that one of his horns is has with the mithril ring on it. The mithril ring now has similar flamey runes.
Hey, Derek, stick your sword near that flame.
Okay.
We're going to play with our rods now? What are we doing, gentlemen?
I'm going to pull out my great sword and stick it in the flame.
All right. Roll me. Anybody who wants to can roll me an Arcana check.
Oh, well, that'll go great.
Yeah, that'll be awful.
I think we don't have a single Arcana person here, but let's try it.
Yeah,
I
let's do
rolled
it.
a 19.
10!
I got a 3.
I got an 8.
Wait,
Oh, nice.
19 plus. I get to put that to whatever in there, right?
I got the lowest with a 5.
I got a 20.
All right.
Guthrie tries to think about Arcana, but all he can think about is ale. That's the closest thing he knows.
Huckabus gives him a high five.
You look. Sophie kind of has this sudden spark in her eye that says, "This." She's pretty dead burn convinced that this is the source of all the magic that you've encountered in this place.
The brazier.
Yep. And if you
including the heads.
It's the same green flame.
This has got to be the same thing. This is just, I don't know what, but it's just something's telling me this does it all. And every time you touch something from it, it's going to do something. I mean, I wish we had a bunch of mithril stuff. Wait.
Why would it have to be mithril? What is happening to Derek's sword now that it's in there?
Yeah. That's my question.
Mm-hmm.
It's how long do you leave there for a couple rounds, or just for a few seconds?
I'll leave it in there until something noticeable happens.
All right. You leave it in more than a few seconds, and it kind of starts to kind of glow green. After a minute or two, it seems to return to its normal. While you have done it, return to its normal appearance.
Okay. Well, not sure if that did anything, but that was kind of cool looking.
When you take it out, it has a green sheen to it.
Awesome.
Huckabus says, let's not cross swords. That's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
This is going to work out great for Bofzik.
Well, put your fists in there, Bofzik. See what happens. Look at
I'm
my
not putting
pretty
my
hand.
fist in there. Look what happened to your fist the last time you put it in there.
Next time I cast a fire spell, it's going to be brilliant. I'm going to search this room now.
All right. So most of the room is completely and totally trashed.
Yeah.
There are you as you're actually searching, you realize that while there were some skeletons, probably 15 or 20 skeletons, you realize a little more horrifyingly that there are probably ashes of maybe 100 additional creatures scattered about the room.
The flowers are getting shipped. Wedding flowers
What's that?
getting shipped tonight.
Nothing. That was the wife talking.
Oh. So you,
Hello, wife.
They all said hello.
you do find in the back there's a couple of what look like kind of bins that things would be stored in, and you actually find two items that are intact.
Ooh, what does Huckleberry find?
The first one is a weapon. It's a mace. The head is made of solid brass and shaped like a sunburst.
Huckleberry picks that up and says, "Ooh, this is shiny," and he throws it at Guthrag.
Should I roll to see if Guthrag catches it?
He tosses it at Guthrag, or
Yep. No, he's tossing it. No, he's not like chucking it. He's like, Guthrag, this looks like it would be yours. It looks like it would be up your alley. It looks like this is a weapon you would use. It's a mace. Huckleberry doesn't know what the hell to do with that.
Guthrag, it has some. What languages do you speak?
I speak Common and Dwarvish, or Dwarven.
It has some runes on it, but they are not. You can't tell what they say.
Okay. Then I would hold it up to the rest of the group and ask, can anybody read this?
I can read Elven and Orcish as well.
Okay, anybody else?
I can read things that are in Infernal. Yeah, that's exciting, isn't it?
I can read Sylvan and... Nope, not Sylvan, I'm sorry. That's Fae. I'm assuming I can read Fae, if it's a doable thing, seeing as I've got a person who speaks to me in Fae.
Aye.
You see the word written on the handle?
Yes.
It is not in Infernal,
Oh.
but you can understand it.
Oh dear.
It says Lightbringer.
Oh my God in heaven.
Says what?
Lightbringer.
What's it written in if Huckleberry can understand it?
You have no idea.
Huckleberry says, I don't know what I'm looking at or why I can see this, but it says Lightbringer, Guthrag. Guthrag, you bring the light, yeah?
Can I roll a shut up phone?
Can you roll a magic sound that goes
Yeah, no, I'm gonna turn that stupid magic sound off.
I'm glad you took that level in Bard. That's some good roll.
Yes, it's wonderful. Can I roll history on that to see if I've because I would feel that he's heard of the Lightbringer, and I know what it is. Only because I read a lot of stuff, of course. But he's 3,000 years old. I would think that maybe at some point he would have maybe known. Can I roll history on that? Do you mind, Ken?
You can roll, sure.
Okay. 14 plus 2, 16.
Okay. What do you know?
A Lightbringer weapon. I can look exactly it up and tell you if you want me to, but I don't want to do that because that's rude. But it is something that he should definitely attune to because I think it's going to work out very well for him. I'll tell him. And you should tune to that right now.
Huckleberry saw a mace and just thought of his friend Guthrag. Thought that Guthrag waxes things. He's got a big maul, doesn't he? A big hammer. Well, maybe he'd like another nice thing to whack with.
Well,
Am I right? Wait, out of character,
I believe
step
this.
aside. Is that right?
Well, I believe in character that any time that I've ever heard of anything being Lightbringer, that is certainly a magic weapon.
Yeah.
And, you should definitely tune to that brother.
I should listen to my dog as it barks because I did not hear what you just said. What?
I was talking to Guthrag more than anything to you anyway, so don't take it the wrong way. But yes, Guthrag, you should definitely attune to that weapon. Anything I've ever known to know Lightbringer is certainly magically imbued.
And Guthrag will nod,
That's exciting.
spin it around in his hand, and swing
How
it
does
like
it feel?
a baseball bat. It feels pretty good. What exactly does it feel like? Am I able to feel any sort of difference between this and a mace of similar?
It's extremely easy to swing, very well balanced.
Okay. It just feels
Feels
right.
Well,
my
that's
suggestion-
exciting.
I would suggest trying to, like I said, attune to it if you can, and then stick it in the flame. And I walk over to the bin, and
No, you don't, because Huckabus
Oh.
has already picked up that second object and is like gleefully looking at it.
Okay, what is it?
Second object is a breastplate with a gold dragon motif worked in its design. In the middle of the dragon's chest is a set of scales balanced on a wheel.
That sounds again like something that I can't use. Wonderful.
Huckabus
I was
is
hoping there were
just
some brass
looking at this
knuckles in there.
going, oh, this is very shiny. Gusrag, aren't you wait, I'm confused.
or
What do I
maybe
do with
Derek
this?
as well.
Does anybody look at this? Isn't this pretty? He says very excitedly. I
Ken?
think it's some kind of breastplate.
Ken, can I make a knowledge religion check to see if I recognize the symbol?
You certainly can.
You want me to as well?
Sure. You don't have to.
Oh, okay.
You shouldn't have to, at least.
I got a 16.
You both immediately recognize it as the symbol of Tyr.
Oh.
Ah, ah,
Hey.
do it, Royce. Do it.
Do what?
That.
Heck yeah!
Heck yeah.
That ram ring, though. Oh, anyway. Guthrag's eyes would light up at the sight of the same symbol that's on his own chest.
Oh, right. Huckabus, if he was more perceptive, would have remembered that.
Hey, Derek, you should put that on, buddy. Maybe that might help you come back to where you've come from.
Not a chance.
Huckabus says, Gusrag, it seems like it's your lucky day. Would you like this?
And then Guthrag would, look down at his own armor, and he would see the big medallion in the middle, of course. But then on the outside of that, he'd see, the Black Maul clan markings. And he'll kind of, wince a little bit and say, nah, I think I'll stick to this.
Are you sure? Look at it, it's beautiful.
Couldn't we put the black mall markings on it for you and make it more for you?
Guthrag probably wouldn't want you to. This breastplate that he's wearing now has seen him through a lot, so.
Huckabus shrugs and tries to put it on.
Breastplate, you can put it on.
He can't put it on. He doesn't have proficiency. I don't know what that means.
And
Well,
and he-
you can wear it. It's just going to be cumbersome for you.
You put it on, it just sucks when you try to do stuff in it.
Oh.
It's really not that difficult to put on. You may not do a particularly good job of it. You can get it on.
Well.
we'll all laugh at you
Now
while you
it's like
put it on.
chafing you and
Yeah.
aggravating
All
you.
right, Huckabus. Once he actually gets it situated, he takes it back off and says, "I can't. This is ridiculous. I can't fasten this." Yeah, and he holds it out to Derek. You should wear it.
Derek will scowl at it and then put it in his bag.
I don't understand. No, I said you should wear it. I didn't say you should take it.
Would you like it back?
Yes, give it back.
Okay.
I don't understand you people. What else is in this room?
There's the door to the other little room.
Oh, let's go that way.
All right, you go into the other room. That's equally trashed. Everybody that's looking around, roll me and investigate.
Oh boy.
Oh. The old -1.
You do not have to look around. Your choice.
Actually, I
I
don't
got
think
an
Guthrag
8.
would. So, never mind.
All right.
Bob
7.
found nothing, I can tell you, if with a 2.
7, top of the world.
17.
Oh,
So, were you looking, Garrett?
Yeah, I got an 8.
Okay. All right. You guys poke around this little room, and there's lots of stuff that looks like it used to be cool, but it had really been destroyed by the combat that went on in here. What?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
And three of you head out, and Sophie just, takes that last, glance around, and something gleaming catches your eye under a pile of rubble. Kind of something
I look in the rubble.
shiny.
does it look like a barn? A Barney rubble?
Boo.
Okay, you lose a point of inspiration. All right. So what happened?
I'm lucky I didn't lose 40 points of hit points for that one.
What did you do, Sophie?
I'm gonna poke around and try to find the shiny, gleamy thing.
All right. What you see, it looks like a little a pointy cone, shiny pointy cone, and cone, C-O-N-E. Very tiny, like smaller than a thimble. And you kind of, I'll assume you're going to dig it out a little bit.
Yes.
And
Yes.
there's an equine creature attached to this horn.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
It's a little unicorn figure.
It's about 6 inches tall.
My Little Pony.
Royce, you lose an inspiration point for that.
I'm going to.
We didn't know Royce was a brony.
I'm not.
Try to deny it now.
Yeah, you're stuck with it now, my friend.
No, please, I don't want to be a Brody. No. Mom.
You done did it to yourself.
I'm going to take it because I don't know all this Arcana stuff that Lisa might know, and I'm going to take it with me out into the group and ask them what they think it might be.
This is going to be Carl checking out. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah.
Aqua says, I have no clue.
But it's pretty. Shiny.
I think we should probably go back and deal with our Wraith friend.
Well, I think anybody that can might want to imbue their weapon into that flame.
That sounds like the thing to do. Does anybody know what this does? Show him the cone thing.
Luckivus has no clue what this does, but he actually never lost connection. He's surprised.
Yeah, so I don't know how long we've been here or anything, but this entire time Guthrag was kind of, shadow boxing with his mace. Just like playing around with it.
All right.
Probably dropping it a couple of times. I'm going to put the shiny cone thing into my backpack and talk about it later.
It's a little unicorn figure.
Yes.
Shiny cone thing.
Okay. I'm going to put it in my backpack and talk about it when we're around a campfire at night.
Yep.
And it sounds like we're going to go to talk to the Wraith and find out what he was going to give us. It's not his most important possession.
Nine. No, we
I
should not
suggest
go
his new
speak
best
to-
friend does that.
Yes, no, we should not. We should investigate that brazier and see if there's any way we can turn it off.
Well, after I put my dagger into it.
That's what he said.
Okay.
Bostic not having anything to be able to put in there, he's not going to put his whip in there because it probably will just burn up, he feels. So he's just going to wait impatiently near the door.
Does it look at all like you could put the arrow head and not have the quiver burn up?
Well, you could try just putting an arrow in out of its quiver. Just try one.
Not the quiver, I'm sorry. The arrow and not have
Oh, the shaft.
the shaft.
I see.
I'm not sure how that it would appear that you could do that.
You could try just one and see what happens.
I'm going to try one. I'm going to be very carefully trying to hold on to the shaft enough that it won't burn up.
So while Sophie is doing that, I want to talk to the party, and I'm going to brandish my weapon, and I'm going to say, listen, while Gosrag and I were talking to Wally in the other room, Wally's not his name, I know. It's something like Mormisk. Who cares? His name was Mormisk. He's dead. Mormisk promised us everything but his greatest treasure. Now, he was scared of this fancy weapon, and look, and he taps his horn. I think there's something going on up there. Maybe he's scared of all of us now, because we've all put our weapons in the little fire. So, my question is, should we try and take him out too? Or should we just take him at his word and move on? What do you think, friends?
I feel pretty confident that we need to drop him.
Oh, you feel pretty confident that you want to drop him. Do you remember what happened last time we tried to drop him?
Yeah, but if we have things that he's afraid of now, this may work in our favor.
Huckleberry says. I would say at that point, then, after you, because Huckleberry cannot afford to be dropped, as you say. Huckleberry is very afraid of being dropped, as you say.
Fair enough.
I'm willing to back you up in the process. And if it comes to it, then we're all dead, and we'll hurrah for us. How fun is that?
Fair enough. Let's go talk to Morminsk.
Before we would leave.
I mean, he's your new best friend. You should go talk to him.
You think he's my best friend, do you? Well, that's interesting now, isn't it? I shall start the dialogue, and if I feel like it's going badly,
Stab him with the pain.
Oh, no. The secret word is blue. If I say blue loudly, that's when you know you have to come in swinging. All right, my friends?
Why don't you get him to come out into the open instead of in that room?
I'll try my best. I will try to do just that. I'm feeling good about my capabilities and prowess right now.
As well am I. I'm very impressed with you today, Huckleberry.
Oh, yeah.
I only need the I only need the adoration of the Lady Sophie right this minute. I'm feeling particularly good about that, actually. Did you charm me, Sophie?
I did not.
Oh,
I
you
was
did
rude.
once bitten, twice shy. Twice bitten, shame on me.
Twice
I'm
bitten
going to go and speak now to the beast in the other room. And I'm going to try and make friends with him. We'll see what happens, all right?
That sounds like a plan.
What I want from you? Gosrag. Gosrag, are you still playing with your toy?
Yeah, you look behind you, and he's sitting there, like, spinning around, swinging it at nothing.
Gosrag,
how long has it been, Ken?
How long has what been?
Since Guthrag has had that weapon.
Let's see, you got it. And then you looked around that room. Then you talked a bit. It'll take 20 minutes.
Should I bullshit some more?
Well, not only bullshit, but we may just want to wait. You know, I mean, if we give him enough time to, again, attune to that, I believe he may find that it has great power.
I don't want to wait.
Well,
I'm just going to go talk. You wait here then. I will just go.
Well, but
Huckleberry is walking out of the room.
you don't. Oh, Huckleberry. Bye, Huckleberry, I say.
Huckleberry is going to see the wraith.
Okay. Just talk of us?
I guess. Anybody can join him.
Oh, boy.
All right. So
Sophie will go with him. Because Sophie dealt with him before.
Huckabus and Sophie, you're going to see the Wraith?
Don't split the party.
I'm not really splitting the party. We can be there at a moment's notice.
As I was saying, it shouldn't be that. Hopefully, it's not truly splitting the party because I'm the queen of saying don't split the party. Don't let me have done it.
Hopefully the room doesn't split in half.
Oh, that would be bad.
Wall of stone pops up in the middle. Oh, that's when they get.
Oh, that would be
Okay,
bad.
so the two squishies.
The two squishies who can talk a good deal.
Right, head off by themselves, leaving all the crunchies in the room. Is that correct?
Huckabus feels good about himself right now, and he's an idiot.
Guthrag's just too enamored with his new toy. He's just sitting there swinging away.
Well, Sophie got kissed by Huckabus, so she has to follow him. It's a rule.
Did you charm Sophie, Huck? Is that what you did?
So I think you did.
Huckabus has no abilities in said skill. Said skills will not pay Huckabus's bills.
What's your charisma bonus, Huckabus?
Big.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll be right back.
All right.
4. It's actually not that. Well, it's pretty big.
Yeah. All right. So you turn to go out the door, heading your way across the way. You get about 3 steps outside the door, and you see Mormusk is hovering there.
Right in front of me?
Well, not like gonna rip out your heart right in front of you, but you see him there, kind of approaching, levitating towards you.
Okay. He's not in my space, but he's coming
No.
close. Okay.
Well, he's coming towards where you're leaving.
Gotcha. Huckabus says, well, what was it that we were promised, and what is it that you hope to get out of this?
What was promised lies within the chest in my room.
Yes. Well, what is it you were hoping to get out of this? Huckabus has that blade in his hand. He's not brandishing it, but it's in his hand.
Mm-hmm. As I don't feel the need to tell you.
Oh, I thought we were being friendly.
We are, and as such, I shall fulfill my end of the bargain.
Yes, go on then. If you weren't friendly, you would not. That seems very rude too.
You may have what's that?
No, move on.
You may have all that is within the chest, except for the pipe.
What if I take said pipe? I enjoy a good smoke from time to time.
You may have all that's in the chest, save for my pipe.
Is that your most precious?
Okay, look at Huckabus.
Yes.
I don't think we need the pipe. Why don't we go see what's in the chest?
No, wait a minute. Let's a gentleman answer. Moricus, which is not your name. I have to walk back to my bench so I can see your name. Mormisk, the pipe is your most precious?
Yes,
Is that true?
It is.
Then why did we have to have Fred go home? What was that about? I don't Can you make me understand at least?
No,
No?
I can make you do many things.
Oh
I
dear.
don't understand.
Well, Huckabus, if nothing else, likes to understand his world, and I'm just very confused as to why Fred had to go home. And frankly, why you could not just give Fred that robe. Why couldn't you give Fred that robe? That's all I did. I gave Fred the robe, and he said, great, I'll be out. Peace. Explain this to me.
If we part ways this day, you're merely confused. You should count your blessings.
Go on.
So please, I have agreed to fulfill my end of the bargain. Accept it and be on your way.
I will tell you something, Mornisk. You have treated me with nothing but honesty and truthfulness. I accede to your demands, your requests. No, not demands, not requests. I agree to the agreement that my dear friend here, Sophie, made, and I can take everything out of this room except, what did you say?
Pipe.
A pipe. Now, is this a smoking pipe, or is this a pipe that you bash things in the head with?
Smoking pipe.
And this is important to you, this smoking pipe. Can I ask you why?
May ask, but you will not receive an answer.
Oh, that makes me sad. But I understand some things we must keep close to our chest, and Huckavis pats his chest and then looks at him and says, except you have no chest. What are you going to do with the pipe?
We're weary of this.
Well, I apologize for it. Where are you going? Where are you headed now? What are you going to do?
Roll me, whatever a sense motive is nowadays.
Insight.
Insight.
Huckavis got a shitty insight. Hope Sophie's better. Oh, yeah, +2. Actually, it's not terrible. Hey, that's a 20, not natural.
That's good. You'll be able to do this.
What did you get, Sophie?
Oh, did you say both of us?
Sure, you're standing right there.
Well, I got a 2 on the die, so I'm hoping that every once in
Kind
a
of like
while.
that commercial about the car that you can start with your phone.
Yes.
Huckavis, you think that he is getting very near the point of no longer sticking to his agreement?
He may not be amicable for any longer, yes.
He's pretty much at the end of his rope, whereas
Mhm.
Sophie thinks he may want to hug you.
Okay, that's cool.
You should do that kiss thing to him.
Nein, mein Liebchen, es ist nicht so fácil.
So he kind of points towards the his building and says, "Fulfill the bargain."
Let's go see what's in the room.
Guten
Wait.
Tag, mein Freund. I
Oh,
will
but-
hope to see you again
Morris,
on
we
a
do
more
like-
pleasant circumstances. And Huckavis continues on.
But
hoping-
Huckavis, wait.
No.
We did have another part of this agreement, which was that you would make sure that nothing.
He'll
nothing
get free
else around us.
passage. He's a
So we-
gentleman. No, he's a gentleman.
Right.
Of course he's going to fulfill. You're going to fulfill that end of the bargain, Mornisk, right?
Have free passage.
As agreed. Very good.
Listen, I think it is time to be off to find out what's in the.
What's Huckin so fine?
What? You blanked out for a second there.
I said, what is Huckin so find?
Okay, I was better off with the blank.
Yeah.
All right. So you go. You two go into the room.
Aye.
What are the rest of you doing?
Well, we were waiting until we heard his cry for help, and we haven't heard it yet, so...
Correct.
What you do
Yeah,
here,
Guthrag would be.
every 2 minutes you hear a good resounding boom.
So I get impatient and I walk out the door, and I walk towards the hut.
All right. You walk out the door and you see the Mormesk is standing about halfway between the two buildings. And you see Sophie stepping into the other building.
And I acknowledge him, graciously, and I walk into the other room with him.
You're a little bit behind, but okay.
Yeah. I mean, I follow them in turn.
When you two get in this other room and you are you're a little less preoccupied than you were the previous times you were in here. You see the things that you find of interest, and Sophie immediately has her eye drawn to there are 3 books on a shelf. The shelf is, well, there are probably a couple dozen books on the shelf, but 3 of them appear to be very nearly pristine.
He didn't tell us we could have the things on the shelf, though, did he?
He said in the agreement you told us, he said that we could have everything besides his greatest possession.
Everything but the pipe, Sophie, because Huckabus is there and she sees her going, books, and he's like, it's this game, it's all you. We just can't touch this crazy pipe. I feel like I have to smoke this pipe, but
where is the pipe?
We haven't got there yet.
Okay.
All right, so you see the books and you see the chest.
So we are allowed to open his chest. Okay.
Are you in the room? I'm sorry, I'm very confused.
I don't know. Am I in the room at this point?
Not in the room yet. Nope.
Okay. I'm sorry. I thought it was already.
All right.
We should look in the chest, but before we leave this room, I must look.
Huck is already tearing in the chest.
Okay. And
he said, "You should take those books," and he's.
That's what Sophie's doing. Sophie's grabbing the books and putting them in her backpack, and then she's going to look in the chest with Huckabus.
Does a ghost appear when she picks up the books?
Nope.
Does a beholder appear when she picks up the
books?
Have you actually opened the books yet?
No. Oh God.
The chest contains just a rough look at your eye with your eyes there, Huckabus. Probably about 1,000 silver coins. A goodly number of gold coins and platinum mixed in.
Oh.
There's a small black velvet bag, and there's a wooden box, small wooden box, maybe 6 inches wide.
All right. Without lifting it out of the chest, he's going to open that wood box and see if the pipe's in there.
Indeed, there's a wooden pipe adorned with platinum filigree.
He slams the lid shut and looks and see what's in the velvet bag.
The velvet bag has 3 diamonds.
Oh my God.
He's going to pocket those.
All right.
I'm going to look at him and say, aren't we in some ways fortunate that Rosebud's not here?
Sophie, we will split all this later. What I want to do right now is to make sure that nobody touches that stupid box.
Actually,
because that's his pipe.
About this time, Bothric, you arrive as they're digging through this chest.
Bothric, look, my friend. There's tons of silver. There's tons of gold. The only thing we cannot touch is this box right here, and he points to it. That's the one thing. Let me be clear. You can take that box if you want to fight our friend, the Wraith. Mormisk said we could take everything but his greatest treasure, and that's it. It's that silly pipe. Now, I like a good pipe, Bothric. I love a good pipe. I love a good ale. I don't think you do.
Not interested.
Well then, we will split all this treasure when we're done with it, yeah?
Sure. Just leave the damn pipe here. It's awful habit anyways.
I agree entirely. And you know what? One day, and he whispers, one day maybe we'll be more powerful than them. Maybe we'll come back.
Maybe.
But I don't think so, because it's just a silly pipe. I could get a pipe on the street. I don't care. If it makes him happy. What happened? Where did he go? You came in here. Where did he go?
Is there anything? He was in the middle of the walkway over there. He was
hanging out.
That's hanging out, not interested in me.
There's some books. There's some silver. There's some gold. There's some diamonds.
Is there diamonds? Very nice.
Yes. We'll split it all later.
Is there anything else in the room, Ken?
There's some worn-out robes.
Yep.
If we look in that closet anymore, move everything around, is there anything else in there?
Got the best thing out of that wardrobe.
And it's not great, and he puts it over his shoulders.
And that's it. It's just there's a bed. There's nothing else. Nothing like that, right?
There are several beds, but they all are 500 years old and look like they've been through a battle of wizards, shamans.
Yeah. Right. Yep. So
We should take.
I take the box from him. I set it on the bed that's closest to where the.
Oh, what exactly do you do?
I'm gonna. Well, we need to take the box out of the case.
No.
So we can't take it with us.
No.
So-
Don't. Huckabee says, do not touch that. Take the coins. Take all the coins out. We have bags. We have packs.
Yes.
Bring
Yes.
our friends in here. We'll pack everything in. We were told not to take that. I would not take that. I picked
I'm not
it up.
taking
I
it
left
anywhere.
in-
I'm just gonna pick it up and put it
No.
down on the floor next to it.
Nine.
Move it over.
Leave it in
when
the
you
chest.
get
And
stuff
very-
out.
Take
Okay.
the coins out. Leave it in
That's
the
fine.
chest. I'm
That's fine.
scared.
At this point, very frustrated, Boflix just turns around and walks out of the room.
Oh, that's fine. Gosh, dwarves, I don't know what to do with them.
I don't
Where is Gosrag? Gosrag! He yells. Gosrag! He yells.
And would Guthrag hear Mr. Huckabee?
Yeah, you hear far away cry for your name.
Okay, so Guthrag would probably slip and fall as he was mid-spin with his new mace. And he would, crack his neck and then get up, and he would kind of look to his boy Derek. Do you think we should go help him?
And Boy Derek's going, war, stupid. Oh, that's Boy George. Damn it. That's number
we
two.
should
That's number two.
probably go see what the yelling's about.
All right. And before we go, my friend, I think you should try putting that breastplate on.
Well, he can't because it's in Huckabee's bag.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was in Derek's bag.
No, he took it back.
Oh, okay.
Well, we can have that moment later.
Okay.
Yeah, later's fine.
Retcon.
Nope.
So me and Guthrag are heading over to see what the fuss is about.
All right.
First thing you see is Boflix standing outside the room looking very pissed off.
Well, actually, that'd be the second thing I see. The first thing you
All
see is Mormes kind of looking over towards the door to his house, and you follow his gaze, and you see Bothrick standing there looking pissed.
Boflix, what's going on?
I don't care. Go ahead and find out what's in the room.
Okay.
By the time they get in the room, Huckabee has dragged out what's left of robes and has just dumped coins onto them. As soon as the dwarf and the human walk in, he says, "Find a way to carry this. I can't."
Guthrag his eyes will light up, and he'll take his pack off and then move the arms aside that are
Wait a
still
minute.
hanging out.
Let me ask the party an out-of-game character. Didn't we pick up a giant bag of coins already?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where is that? That was a giant chest of like coppers and silvers, right?
I think we left it.
Yeah, we poured them out, and then we picked out like the...
Right.
Oh,
We just cut
Jesus
them.
Christ.
We didn't take the coppers because the coppers were gonna throw us
Okay.
in.
Huckabee is not the smart one in the room, so he's not going to suggest that we start pigeonholing all these coins so we can get them later. But if Huckabee was the smart one in the room, that's what he'd suggest.
Well, but there were no coppers in there, I don't think. Right? It's just silvers.
Silver,
Is the
gold, and
lowest?
platinum. 1,000 silver, and then a mix of gold and platinum.
And
Oh,
platinum
carry-
is
carry
platinum
that.
gold and silver, or is that the other one?
1,000 silver, some
Right.
gold and platinum.
But no, I was trying to say platinum. Is a platinum coin worth
10 gold.
10 gold?
I think so. I could be
Is that
wrong.
an appropriate looking deck?
Ken?
That's exactly correct.
What's more than gold?
There's another Electrum. Electrum was what I was thinking of. Okay, so I don't think we should cherry pick it either. Ken, the number of coins, are we going between the 5 of us? Will we be able to get it?
Yes.
Would you do anything else then?
Sure. But you will be getting very close to encumbering.
Yep.
Let's do just that then and move on from this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you leave the hut. You have two options. You can go northwest, where the booming is coming from,
Ooh, northeast.
or you can return southwest,
Toward the booming.
past the barricade.
Toward the booming.
Towards the booming?
Towards the booming.
Oh, yeah.
Got right.
That's kind of been a goalish thing. Do we pass Marmont on our way out? Marmont's a character from Game of Thrones.
You will, as a matter of fact, pass him on the way to the booming.
Okay. Huckavis says, "It's been a pleasure, sir. I hope if we pass this way again, you will be just as amenable. And you would be happy to know we left your pipe in the box in which you left it."
This is good. Our time of treaty is not ended.
No, what does that mean exactly? Wait, what?
And he begins to float back toward this house.
Did he say our
Is that what
time
he's
of treaty
saying?
is ended?
He said has not ended.
Oh, very good,
Our
sir.
our time of treaty is not ended. Okay.
It means we have more time, I
We
believe,
have more
guys.
time to get our look, because what we're supposed to be looking for is I can't remember which people it was now. That
Isn't it your princess of something god thing?
Right, exactly.
no, it's somebody
I mean,
from
like-
somebody from Vandalin.
Yeah, I've never met these people, but you keep talking about this person of some god.
Person of some god.
I don't know, probably a priest or something, priestess. I don't know what it is. I've given you way too many clues already.
Right, Huckamus hasn't chimed in.
Sorry, my wife just came home and she has minifigs for our next campaign that I'll look at later. I'm sorry, my wife got out of her car with a big grin on her face. I had to see what was going on.
Oh yeah.
I'm just giving her a big thumbs up so I can get back to this game. What's going on? I'm sorry.
Sophie
towards
does
the
not
winner.
remember why she's here and who she's trying to get, and I've tried to give her some answers of not knowing, but being with you guys long enough to kind of know. But I don't know who this person is. Some person that you're trying that has to do with a god or something. Maybe the priestess or something. I don't know. Whatever. What is that lady saying?
The priestess from Vandalin. Your priestess, who's the
I think she saved you a few times.
She
You talked.
saved you, Huckavis.
Yes. Carl didn't look that up tonight. He's not going to remember the name.
I
I
cannot
can't.
But yes.
I can't tell you. I can't tell you the name.
Gazelli, Sister
Gazelli.
Gazelli.
Sister
Garelli.
Gazelli,
There
yes.
we go. But I can't tell you that because I don't know
Yes.
it.
Well-
Out of game, you couldn't just help me out, brother. Come on, Sister
I don't
Garelli.
want-
Really.
What? But
Try to
again,
pick
I don't know what we're doing. Are we moving on? We've moved past the.
We should go towards
We
the
need to go
boom.
towards the
He
boom,
says
you
that
bet.
we will be fine, I believe.
Yes.
But let's not forget our goal here, which is to find Sister Garelli and to make sure that there's no one else
I think
here
we're trying to find
who's
Sister
gonna-
Garelli and the Sildar. Aren't we looking for Sildar
Yes,
too?
and Sildar. And we need to make sure that we've gotten rid of all of the
We want to get
bugbears.
all of the bugbears out.
Yes.
There's a shapeshifter that poses as a halfling that we hope to encounter. So I think that from here on out, we're just in kill mode.
I think you're right.
And
I think you're exactly right.
he points his finger and says, "Bonfire." Poof. And there's a bonfire that appears, maybe with a greenish tint. I don't know.
Oh, can we get the brazier? Brazier.
No, that is stuck to the ground, I think. But if you want to try, we certainly could try.
We don't have anything that's strong enough.
How are you going
Fire,
to carry
do it.
that? How are you? Wait, Sophie. How are you going to carry that?
Well, I wasn't.
Did you see how
planning
large
on
that
it.
was?
I know,
We already
but
have all this money. We need to go figure out what is in this other room. that keeps
you're
the
absolutely
booming
right.
And continue.
Okay.
go.
And
Let's go on
Bostic
a-
starts
let's go
walking
try
up the
and
pathway
sneak
towards
up
where the
the
booming's coming
pathway.
from.
Was she able? Was
Hey.
I able to do anything with the arrowheads?
You put them in the fire.
I just one.
You leave it in for a little while. Comes out with a green tint.
Then I did the rest of them
Okay.
and put them back in my quiver
Okay.
and my dagger. Is everybody's magicked up their weapons?
Hugvis tried to magic up his hand. It didn't work out so well for him.
I am glad you did that, so I wouldn't have to, because they're my biggest weapons.
But I
Yeah.
have some fire coming soon. Let's go kill some things.
The other thing that people didn't think about is, did everyone who's got armor on of some sort put their armor in the magic?
Hugvis is already
Stuff.
ignoring this conversation and trying to sneak up that northwest passage.
Yeah, and Derek followed
Very much
Buff.
did. Yeah. We're already made our way up there, so you're talking to nobody
Okay.
at this point. I think so.
I will say, did you want to have the scene between Huckabus and Derek?
Oh, you mean yeah?
Greg and Derek?
I think it should be a three-way thing between that and not Trinity
Yeah.
Gross. Hey now.
Wait, is it not? Oh, jeez.
I don't
Wait,
know
what?
if this is. I don't know if this is the time or place.
Okay. I just you had said it earlier. You can do it later. So just give me the opportunity.
Yeah.
It's not like they're going to be able to tune to anything anyways. It hasn't been an hour yet, so.
Oh, do we want to try and wait an hour?
Oh, that would make sense, and that could take Guthrag's armor and put it in the thing for him.
Hugvis is already well past that.
Yeah, we're past that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Love the idea. Sorry, impatient.
very. And Bopsic's a little pissed off, so let's keep walking.
As we're walking, Hugvis is silently saying, "Bopsic, why are you so pissed off? You should not be angry all the time. Take time to breathe." I used to be pissed off all the time. I once yelled at the mayor till I made him have a stroke. It was fascinating.
Sounds wonderful.
It was wonderful, let me tell you.
So when we walk up this
there?
walkway,
And you were there?
I was not there. I think the little
No,
girl was
no,
still with you at
sir.
that point.
That was a Wizard of Oz quote.
I got that.
But I ignored it.
I know, we're walking towards the boom. I'm trying to walk sneakily, but I don't know what everybody else is doing. What are we seeing?
The tunnel weaves its way for about 15 minutes. And every couple of minutes it gets a little more humid, I guess is kind of the right word.
Which warmer?
More moist.
More moist, okay.
Not really warmer at all, just more moist. That's why I wasn't sure if humid is exactly what I'm looking for. The air becomes more moist.
I'm from Houston. That's exactly the word you're looking for.
Yeah, no. It is humid.
And the booming after about 15 minutes, it's almost unbearable. But you push through a little bit, and you push through, and you emerge on a narrow ledge overlooking a large cavern. The cavern houses a surging, seething body of water. The rhythmic booming heard throughout the mines is much louder here. As you watch, a fresh surge of water funnels into this chamber and slams against the wall just below the ledge. The echo suggests the cave might be one arm of a much larger cavern to the northeast.
And that's what's making the booming?
The waves,
The water?
Yeah, if you wait about 2 minutes, you'll see the water recedes, and then
And that's like a wave, and it hits the
yep.
hits the wall.
Yep.
And you said when it recedes, we can
It's-
see.
Is there anything coming out of the hut down there? You know, the tavern. Is it like smoke coming out of the chimney? Does it look like it's working, or does it look dead down there?
Out of what? What hut? What tavern?
Well, didn't you say there was a tavern down there?
I think he said cavern.
Oh,
Tavern.
cavern. Okay, I said tavern. I was like, it's weird. There's a tavern in the middle of this. So
But when it was siege, you said there was when there was siege, you could see another way out, or another.
You don't see another way out.
But the water's going another way. I'm coming in.
The water's obviously.
does it appear as if there was a bridge here at some point?
You don't see anything that looks like there would have a bridge here. The ledge does go a short ways in each direction. Give me a dwarven stone.
Come on, brother. Let's look around here. See if it looks like this was built by us.
Sounds like a good idea.
I don't give a shit. My dice are rolling as good as my mood is right now.
Oh wait, is it advantage?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, good.
Oh,
'Cause I just
great.
rolled a 2.
That was even worse.
All right, I got an 18.
You're pretty sure that that these ledges did, long ago once extend in each direction.
Long ago.
Well, it's not now.
But it was
Why don't we
it was
turn around
man,
and get the hell out of here?
it was dwarven made, not man made.
This is all dwarven made, Sophie.
Well, then where's the water coming from? Did the dwarves?
From the ocean, probably. And he just looked at you like dumbfounded.
Yes, but how did the
Do we
water?
perceive salt in the air?
There is an amount of salt. Yes.
All right, so probably from the ocean.
Not as salty as you would think your ocean water would be. But you also realize that there are what 2, 3 days away from the ocean? Walking.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 to 3 people walking down there, as you said? I'm sorry.
Here's out, Corey. 2 to 3 days from the ocean.
Oh, 2 or 3 days. I'm sorry, yeah. It just it got quiet at the end when you said that. Yeah, there's nothing we can do here, guys. What are we gonna do? Just stand here and look at the water coming here? It's deafening in here.
Yeah, it's a dead end here.
I'm not interested any longer, and I begin to walk the other way.
Yeah, I'm following.
Yeah, Guthrago will follow after he kicks a stone down into the water.
Fine took maneuver.
Ha!
Took.
Huck wants to randomly see if he can discover any magical way across.
How exactly would he do that?
I have no idea.
Detect magic.
Arcana at disadvantage? I don't know.
Don't we have something like a magical item that we can use to detect magic?
Huck doesn't.
I thought we had like the talisman all those sessions ago.
Huck doesn't.
We've got the things of wail and woe. Stones.
Oh, you're right. You could ask those things of wail and woe what we should do right now. Was it not those? There was. We once had something that would have answered questions
the
for
stones.
us.
3 stones, but we don't know how to recharge them yet.
Who
I have
cares?
been working on, because they've already been used, haven't they?
Mm.
No, they haven't. I was going to use them, and we didn't use them. So what we should do, but we've got to ask it then, and we can only ask, to my knowledge, 1 question, and it
Of
has
each
to be,
stone?
Is it of each stone?
Yes,
No.
I think
Well,
so,
then-
actually.
No.
Oh.
You need all 3 stones to do it.
Oh.
And,
Well,
and
maybe
it's-
that's not the greatest idea then. I don't know.
right, because we can't ask it at what do we need to do here. We could say, it was going to the west a good idea.
So from where we are, there's no obvious way down, there's no obvious way across. You guys dwarfed out and tried to look. It's all ancient and decayed. We're stuck on a ledge, yes?
Correct.
Well, Huckabee says, I sure don't want to go back. He said we'd have safe passage if we came this way. If we go back, I don't know that we'll have safe passage to go back through his room.
Oh, I don't think he said. I could be wrong, but I think he said we'd have safe passage. Period. I think that.
Well, I
told
think
us
that's our option. I guess
Yeah.
we go back.
Because when the water recedes, we can't see where the water's coming through is a way to get out. Not that we could swim
I'm
through
not
it.
going to jump down there.
No.
Not from here. I mean, you can.
Okay.
Water recedes. You can see that there's another small ledge about 15 feet below you.
Okay.
When the water surges, it's only about 4 or 5 feet below where you're standing now.
Okay.
Right. So we could jump down to that ledge if we timed
Yes,
it, but there's
danger,
nowhere to go
danger.
from there. We could rope our
I
way
think
down
we
to
need to
that
get back. I
ledge.
think he just said that we would be able to find out what the swimming was
Ugh.
once we got rid of the beholder.
Well, everybody draws their magic weapons now, and hopefully we don't have to fight old Bellamark or whatever his name was.
Well, we would. He's only guaranteeing us safe passage. He didn't say that if there's something else in. There is something else in here. And let's hope it's Sister Gazelle. And
Well,
So
we
far.
just have to find another way. I mean,
yes.
apparently there's a loud booming here. That's all we can see from here. We don't see other people anywhere. We don't see other places.
But you do remember from earlier, I mean, there were other unexplored passages.
Aye, yes. So all this has been a MacGuffin and a dead end. But we banished the beholder.
Yes.
Hooray.
You banished a beholder.
Well, we got some silver and gold too.
Yes, we did.
Huckabus walks down the hallway humming silver and gold, silver and gold. Huckabus, silver and
It looks like we're heading back empty-handed. Corey, you're on mute.
We
We're
got
not-
silver and gold.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we're
At
not
least a
done.
good ways in front of you. Bokvik is still walking. He's not.
He's
you know what I mean?
already on the return.
Yeah, he's already on the return. He turned around and walked away when you guys
Oh,
were
yeah,
still
he
talking
did.
about
You
going
said
in the
that.
water.
Yep.
So
If only I could
he'll
fly.
reach that room. He'll reach that room before you guys do.
If I could fly, that would be lovely. Do I have a spell
Find
that
it.
makes me fly? No, I do not.
So we should go back until we find until we're in a place where there are more passageways to explore.
Yep.
All right. You go back to the Cavern of Two Rooms, or Mess Cavern, we'll call it.
Do we see him?
If you look into his dwelling, you do.
Huckabus hopes that he is smoking that pipe.
Exactly. That was my next thing I was going to say.
Roll me a perception.
Sure.
And Sophie, you can roll one as well.
I'm telling you, it's a vape.
18.
Sophie?
10 plus 2, I think. So less than 18. 12, I think.
You are pretty damn sure that he is like staring, for lack of a better word, longingly
It's a great word for it.
at where you left the pipe.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, but he can't pick it up.
No, he cannot.
Oh. Oh.
That's so sad.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. You go back to the back to Rufus's room.
Does
No,
Rufus
no.
let us pass?
Rufus is gone.
No,
no.
he's back.
No, he
right.
respawned.
But but Rufus was in. Wasn't Rufus in the room with the Wraith?
No, only when he came and talked to you.
Does Rufus let us pass?
You may pass.
Huckabus gives him a dirty look and keeps going.
All right, so you've got you could go southwest, which will take you back towards the main entrance, where the guard towers were.
Nope.
Or you may go northwest.
Have we been north or west yet?
Nope.
Not.
Sounds like
Northwest is where the ghoulie creatures came.
So
Yeah,
we
let's
haven't
head that
passed
way.
the spikes, right?
What's that?
We did not pass the spikes yet.
Yes, we have.
No, if you
No.
you'll only go past the spikes. I'm sorry, that's not where the ghoulie creatures came from. I'm sorry.
That's my
If you go
confusion.
south, if you go southwest, it'll take you to the barricades.
where did the ghoulie creatures came from? A room in there.
Yeah,
But
Let's just go the way we haven't been yet, guys. I mean, there's no reason to have
Yes.
to be so.
Yes.
What's the way we haven't been, Ken?
Northwest.
northwest.
Let's do that. Huckabus wants to say, my friends, maybe we should approach as quietly as possible to see what we see. Bosvik, you were very successful last time. Would you like to sneak ahead and come back and tell us what?
I think
what's
that's a
ahead?
wonderful idea.
If you don't want to do it, I will. I'm kind of
No,
sneaky.
We'll do it. I'm already
No,
rolling.
no. You go ahead, my friend.
That's a natural 20.
My acquaintance rolled a natural 20. It's beautiful. That's a lovely
So
acquaintance.
it's a 22 actually overall.
Oh, it's fantastic. Soda water.
Dude.
Water?
Nasty.
Yeah, that's gross.
Is what it is.
I knew I should have rolled the rosebud dice.
You go up. You go up some like natural terrace stairs, and there's a big room full of debris and stuff. Anybody who would like to can make me a perception check.
Well, I think seeing that I was stealthing up, I would be the only one there, right?
Right.
I certainly would call you eventually, but yeah, you could certainly make it first. Yeah, go ahead and do that. That's perfect, actually.
All right, that's 14. No, 13 because I get -1 to that.
Okay. You're stealthing around, and you
Mhm.
almost step on the body of a long dead orc, and you see that his armor is not like well preserved, but it's as intact as any as you've seen so far, and something catches your eye on the left shoulder.
Okay.
There is there etched in the left shoulder of his armor is a single black arrow.
Dun dun dun.
And does that appear to be fresher than what the?
No,
Okay.
but I'm going to go ahead and assume that you, even upon thinking on it for just another second, it seems to be eerily similar craftsmanship to the 3 arrows that we saw recently out in the forest.
Okay, so I would like to kind of sneak back to where my friends are, be like, it's okay till we get up to this point. I may want to move further after that. But there's a black arrow in the orc I found up here.
Yeah, no, not a black arrow. It's an etching. It's a marking.
Etching. Okay, a marking of a black arrow.
Oh, it's similar to what we
Isn't it like
found.
the
It's similar to what we
on
found when we were up
Yeah.
there with the
On the
things that
elves.
never attacked us. Yeah, no, not the elves. It was the giant
They were giant.
ettins and orcs and nasty things.
Yeah.
Right?
Except they had 3 of them.
Yes. Well, so Maybe you
So
found.
maybe
I don't know. Is
but
one more
maybe the other
important
ones
than
have.
three?
I don't know. Maybe the others have worn off.
But this one's dead?
No, it's everything in here is dead besides us.
Ah, well, let's hope so. Shall we move forward then?
Yeah. So I would like to lead them to where that orc body is, and then move. Can I use that same roll? Or do you want me to roll again?
No, you're fine.
Okay. And then I'd like to move stealthily even further into the area. Tell them to stay there, and then we'll see what happens up further.
You are stealthy as stealth can be.
Not too much further to go. You come across just a regular door.
Yeah. Just a regular door. Is there a lock or anything on the door?
There is a lock, but it does not appear to be locked.
Okay. 'Cause I could actually use thief tools that I'm proficient in. That'd be kind of fun.
Oh, yeah.
But it's I come back again and warn them that there's a door up here. I don't think I should go in there by myself.
No, let's all move up. Let's all move up.
Sadie, come on.
Sadie's going to come here, and we'll all
Yeah,
move up.
Sadie's coming too. Good.
I
So
forget Sophie's at home. Good for Sophie.
yes, 100%. But yeah, so I lead them up to where the door is. Is there there's no like peephole through it or anything like that? Any
Nope.
anything like that? Okay.
Nope.
And if I try to handle it, it does move. You know what I mean? I'm not going to open a door, but it does move.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think we could just enter. You may have your sister, whatever her name is. And
Who's
And,
Poppy? What?
I'm assuming that's Sadie.
That's Sadie. That's my son's. She's my son's.
Poppers.
So it's Sadie's not here though, so let's continue. Because I'd like to get the hell out of this mine tonight.
We're not getting
So-
out of this mine tonight.
The
Well, you could.
Well, we could run back the other way and just get the fire out of everywhere.
Spirit could get out of the mine tonight.
I would like to open the door.
You open the door and
Archivist is cowering in the background.
you see rubble where the stone on the wall, the interior wall opposite of where you would be has crumbled. Some great calamity. You see against the wall are dozens of dusty kegs stacked. Look like they once were stacked neatly, but they all appear cracked and split open from age. There is another door opposite.
Does it look like anybody has entered this room in 500 years?
Probably not.
Okay. I don't think your friends are in here, but you might want to check that other door.
Perhaps there's a way
And,
through.
and some of the people that are good at looking for things may want to look around the room. That's not me.
Going
Is
to the
there-
kegs and
Is
seeing.
there beer in any of those kegs?
Yeah, Guthrag would be trying.
All right, so Guthrag and Huck are looking at the.
Tapping on the kegs.
What are Sophie?
Sophie's looking.
What's that?
Sophie's looking for Sister Grelly since Huckabus seems to have forgotten about her. And Silver.
Well, she's clearly not in here, Sophie. There's just us in here.
Any any hints of any clues, anything this to
No,
say that
it appears as if nobody's been in this room for 500 years at
Okay.
least.
That's
Mm-mm.
exactly what they'd want you to think, though, right?
Possibly.
exactly.
Roll me and investigate, Sophie.
Whoever they are.
They got me. They figured me out. I only got a 10.
You are kind of just looking around for clues, and you see what looks like a oil skin wrapped around something. Seems to be kind of tucked over in a corner.
I'm going to go investigate that.
It's wrapped around a bottle.
Does it look like a bottle? Were there bottles 500 years ago? Does it look like it's 500 years old?
It is covered in dust, and it could very easily be could have easily been lying there for 500 years.
Is there anything in the bottle?
It's there is a liquid in it. Yes,
But it's stoppered.
correct.
I'm going to put it in my bag safely in the way that you do with, bottled liquids.
Shove it in amongst the 1,000 silver pieces.
Yeah, you got it. In whatever safely, thing.
Seems legit.
Wonderful. So the other door is what, on the other side of the room?
Yes.
Okay. Does that door appear? I mean, is there a lock on that door?
Sure. It's securely locked.
It's securely locked.
Yeah.
Wonderful. We'll try to use some
Securely
thieves'
locked?
tools.
Wait, but before you do that, would a lock still be securely locked after 500 years?
If the DM says it is.
Why wouldn't it be securely locked?
Is it rusty? Is it
It could be
anything?
rusty, but that doesn't mean it's not secure.
Okay. Is there any reason?
As a matter of fact, it could be rusted in place and be even.
Yes, that I can understand.
I would like to investigate the door just to make sure it doesn't feel as if there's anything trapped on it or anything like that. And then I'd like to.
Why don't
I'd
you
like
tell
to-
me what your investigation bonus is?
My investigation bonus, I believe, let me see, 1 second, is 0.
Okay, you don't see anything.
Wonderful. So let's try to
Nicely
open this
done.
damn thing.
With that being said,
I've never done this before, so what do I roll for that? And I'm being honest. For my thieves' tools.
How can you use thieves' tools once?
You D20 add your proficiency bonus.
Okay. It's 14 plus 2 is 16.
Yeah.
All right, so you got your tools in there. You're fiddling around with them, and you manage to knock off the rust, and you hear a refreshing click.
And he looks very proud of himself. He hasn't done that in a very long time. He
Right.
still had the knack. Yeah, I'm gonna open this door, guys. Does it open inwards or outwards?
Outwards.
Open it
Outward.
slowly.
Yeah, well, it's not gonna. If it explodes, who cares if it's fast or slow?
Did we find anything in any kegs, or are they all empty?
They are all sadly cracked and.
Old and rotted.
Yep.
aw,
Okay,
You can
so I-
almost pick up the faint remnants of the aroma of a fine dwarven.
oh man,
Huck and
Can't believe-
Guthrag have a sad moment.
just sniffing wood.
well, hey, there may be more in here, gentlemen. And I open the door.
Right, opens into a hallway.
Lovely. Is it just a straight hallway with any doors, or is it?
You're at one end of the hallway, and if you look to your right, there are several little kind of alcoves that probably have doors in them. And if you look directly across, you see stairs leading down, and they lead into the room where you fought the ghouls. And if
Where the spiky things were.
yeah, if you go over to the west a bit further, the tunnel to the behind the spiky bits.
Okay, so knowing that, and also knowing that's where the ghouls came from, I would definitely, tell that to my friends. Be like, we should be definitely on high alert. This seems to be the area in which those ghoul things came from.
Should we make sure we use any weapon that was put in that brazier thingy?
Well, clearly, wouldn't that be the weapons they're using?
Was it? Did we see green on their weapons before?
Whose weapons?
The ghouls.
The ghouls didn't have weapons.
Right. And I think that if the weapon with the green made the wraith afraid, let's hope that these make the ghouls petrified.
Wonderful. Well, I don't have that type of thing, so I step back and say, hey, Derek, you want to take the lead on this one, buddy?
You got it. I'll step up, get my greatsword out, and start creeping forward.
All right. So you go down the hallway. You don't see any movement coming from the ghoul room.
The ghoul room.
Is that door open?
What door open?
Where they came from, if there's a ghoul room.
There's no door. Just a set of stairs that lead down into that area.
Okay.
You go about 15 feet up, and there is a door to your right.
Is it locked?
It is not locked.
I'm gonna open it up, see what's inside.
All right. You open it up. You see what looks to probably have once been maybe a meeting room. There are about a dozen wooden chairs that have kind of rotted and fallen apart. They once sat around a table that is made of a polished ore. It's hard to tell what it is, but it seems to have weathered the age well, at least.
Wonderful. Well, we can't take that whole tabletop with us. It's very large, isn't it?
Empty room, moving on.
All right. It's another door a little further up to the right.
All right. I'm not so stressed out at this point, so I'll go and open that door while Derek's coming out of the other.
All right. You die.
Awesome.
About time.
I knew it was coming. I mean, you hate this dude enough for that.
All right. Let's see here. Dusty draperies adorn the walls of this room, which also contains a bed and a brazier. A badly disheveled dwarf lies bound and unconscious on the cold stone floor.
But he's not Bones?
Nope.
As we see that, Huckabus is going to go inside and can Huckabus roll a medicine check?
Sure.
Yes, he can. Huckabus is going to try and unbound him and roll a medicine check. Holy
right.
crap! That's a 20. 18 plus 2.
Ooh. I was going to say Guthrie would run over and assist you, but I don't think you need it.
And in fact, Huckabus has a healing kit on him, so there you go.
Swat you away, Guthrag.
So that's actually a 24. Yeah. Actually, I don't know if that's 24.
This
Nope, that's 22.
is extremely exhausted and is extremely low on hit points.
Mm-hmm.
But he is alive.
Mm-hmm.
Can unbind him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say that I think Huck would know. Yeah, he looks like the other rock seeker that we encountered.
He looks what?
Ah,
Rock seeker.
the other dwarf.
Hey. So I think shortly after, you start unbinding him, Guthrag would rush over and, try to get. Would you relay the information to Guthrag?
No, I think you would recognize him as well.
That's true.
He's your cousin.
Do you want me to make a check or anything, or am I able to see that pretty obviously? Okay. So Guthrag would, tap on his medallion again and cast Cure Wounds on him. Hold on, I have to get to the page. I think it's D8.
We'll just go ahead and you think that you have dealt with his wounds. However, his level of exhaustion is such that he's not awake. He's not awakeable. You've got to deal with exhaustion if you want him up and about.
Okay.
He says, heal him. Come on, he's your cousin. You know who it is. Who is it? I don't know who it is.
I'm trying.
It's Rakzika. This is the man that started it all.
Are you actually their cousin?
Well, I mean, we're both dwarves, so we're cousins in that way.
No. When you were in the room with these guys, you said cousin.
Yeah.
So Huckabus
meaning-
is assuming. I know what you mean as a player, but Huckabus is just like, no, this is your cousin. Come on, you know who this is. Bring him back to life. This is important.
Just like brown guys. We're all related.
God damn, really, dude? Yes, and I know everyone in
I had to. I'm
Texas.
sorry.
And now we're gonna get shut down by YouTube.
Damn it!
Video
Good job,
flag.
guys.
You must be
We're gonna
18
go
years
have-
or
we're
older.
gonna have to go over to
Let's
Twitch.
move on and pretend it didn't happen. Maybe no one will notice.
There you go.
I'm already looking up the Twitch TV channel.
Or he wanted us to switch to some other thing anyhow. All right, go ahead though. So so you've got him. He's healthy, but just he's horribly. Even though you've healed him, you can obviously see that he's been regularly tortured. But you've got him in as good a shape as you can get him without dealing with the exhaustion in some way.
Okay.
Maybe we should hold tight here and let this dude rest up until he regains consciousness.
That would be days.
I think we just need to take him with us and be very careful and let him. Well, maybe we have to have the dwarves carry him one at a time.
No, isn't he conscious at this point? Hey, wake up! Wake
Right.
up!
He's conscious, but he's exhausted, right, Ken?
Conscious, I say again. He will not be
He
conscious for several days without some.
He's not conscious, so we do need to carry him.
Who's got some healing in this party? Come on.
We've already healed him. He's just exhausted.
Oh,
So you need to have
oh,
greater
sorry.
restoration or something like that in order to make that happen.
Sorry. Is he able to communicate?
He's unconscious.
What part of unconscious do I keep not hearing?
You're fired.
Yeah, it's about time. It's about time. All right. Well, so he's on the mend. He's exhausted. Huckabus
And
looks around and says,
unconscious.
"What do you want to do with your unconscious cousin? Because apparently it's been beaten into me that he is unconscious."
I'm going to say this, guys. Guthrak, you know this guy?
Yeah, it looks like a rock seeker.
But do you know him?
Well, not personally, no.
Okay.
The
Well,
Rock Seekers of what
you-
brought us into this whole thing.
but what I'm going to tell you is this: if he's healed, he'll wake up in a couple of days and he can walk right out of here.
Well, we shouldn't just leave him here.
Well, are you going to wait here for a couple of days? We have no other way to regenerate him. There's no way to make him wake up. Do you know of another way to do that, Huckabus?
Can we not just carry him? Or y'all, I should say. Since
Okay, we already have all this money, and I shake my back and it goes.
We could make a stretcher, couldn't we?
Yes.
Great idea. Or we could put him on this bed right here and lock the door. Can we lock the door? You know what? What we should do is leave him on this bed and then move around and try and kill everything that's been messing him up. That sounds very good and vengeance-y, doesn't it?
Yeah, then we can come back and get him.
I think that's a great idea.
You don't have any ability to bring one of those skeletons to life, do you, Derek?
Only if it's already
It's
alive.
got to be a live skeleton somehow. I'm very confused by what he can do.
Yes.
Seems very strange.
Yeah, it's got to be animated for me to take control of it.
Well, I hate to just leave him here, but I guess if we're going to come back for him after we've taken care of some of the stuff in this mine, but we are going to do that.
I think we need to just continue through the mine and find out what else is in here. Maybe he'll be awake when we come back. You never know.
And Guthrak would reach into his pack and then pull out his little pen and inkwell and a piece of paper and begin to write a note to the injured dwarf saying that we'll be back. We've barred the door.
Okay.
just in case he happens to wake up before we get back.
Okay.
I think I'm very confused as to what we're doing here. We got the big thing that was going boom, and the big thing that was going boom. There was no passage. So we came back and around and up and down, and had we gone the other way, we would have gone in a circle. And now what are we doing? We're checking offices?
Now we're going in another
Lady
circle.
Lady Giselle.
I know what we're looking for, Sophie, but it seems like we're going in a circle.
It's all a circle here, it seems like at this point.
Well, let's continue our circles then. What happens next? Let's move on. Hopefully this rock seeker will come back to life. I wish I could carry him. I wish I could restore him. I could burn him to a crisp, but that's not I'm good for.
I know, we're not burning him to a crisp. But
So, all right. So then, being the proactive person that he is, Boptic walks out of the room. Is there anywhere rooms?
Character follows.
There's one more, actually set of double doors at the end of this, the end of this hall.
Okay.
Let's open those.
Six cracked marble pillars line the walls of this hall, at the north end of which stands a 9-foot-tall statue of the dwarf seated on a throne. A mighty stone warhammer above his lap. Large emeralds gleam in the statue's eyes. The dust and debris covering the floor have been swept to one side, and a campsite of sorts now spreads in front of the statue. Half a dozen bedrolls and paps are neatly arranged around a rough-built fire pit. A wooden table stands on the west side of the room between two pillars. Two bugbears stand by the table, flanking a dark elf dressed in black leather armor and robes. He clutches a black staff with a carved spider at the top and frowns as he sees you. It seems I must deal with you myself. A pity it must end this way.
All right, some combat.
And then one of the
Huckleberry
bugbears says,
Nine. Why do you have to deal with us? We're just here for delivery.
Here for what?
Nothing. I'm just trying to avoid. Just trying
You
to
ordered
a
pepperoni,
delivery.
right?
A delivery.
What word did you use, though? I still would like
FedEx
to know.
calling. FedEx calling.
Oh, man. That got me.
That's hilarious. Lovely. I don't think that's the choice here, Huckabus.
And I'm guessing one of the bugbears tells us to roll initiative.
You would, but instead, I'm going to say it is 9:40. That sounds like a good place to
Oh,
All right.
mate.
next.
Oh,
Yeah,
mate.
that works.
Yeah. Good cliffhanger, brother.
Oh, mate.
Yeah, I don't want to finish in the middle of this fight.
No,
after-
and this
Yeah.
fight's going to go on for a long time. Or a very
Yeah.
short time.
yeah, one of those two.
It's going to be a good one.
Thank you, Ken.
Thank you, folks.
As always.
Another good one.
Talkie.
Bye, YouTube.
Right.
Good night.
I want everyone, I'd like to ask everyone to make an extra special effort to be here on time next week. This particular combat seriously could take the
Days.
whole session next week,
Oh, boy.
I'll be here with bells on.
as you always are, but some of us, no volleyball tournaments or...
I'm sorry.
And I know there are people here that have to actually work for a living. And it's very sad for all of us that we do.
Well, what if I end up in the hospital? Can
Turn
I-
off the channel so I can quit talking like this, please.
All right. Going to turn off the broadcast. Goodbye, everyone.
It was a pleasure
Bye.
tonight.
Bye,
I
guys.
enjoyed it.
Join us next week.
Oh, wait. I
yeah.
know one person is watching. Jackson, thanks for watching. Here after we go off, you can probably jump in the room and say hello to everybody.
Jackson, thanks for watching. Andy, enjoy the show.